Okay, so this is going to be a quick overview of the JP Motivation website. This is for John Paul. Hello, John. And so we're having some conversion issues and engagement issues with this website. So we're going to go through it and see what opportunities there are in order to correct that issue. First thing I see here when I come to the website is a picture of John, which is great. He is a life coach, and so he's in the business of selling trust on his website. And so having a picture of him right away, that engages me and makes me feel like, okay, I can see this guy. I can see he has kind eyes, he has a good smile, so maybe I'm going to trust him. His banner here, motivation should be a habit, not just a feeling, is a great first catch. However, I wish it was moved up a little higher on this side and had a tagline below it asking me to engage with him. So then a form asking for my email address, and either he would send me um, uh, some sort of um, intentionality building, quick PDF, um, or get me onto his exclusive list in order to find out about when he's doing group coaching or something like that. I think that this space is wasted by not having some sort of call to action right here. John mentioned to me maybe doing a video in the future, and videos convert 80% better than any other sort of content. And so it'd be really nice to have this picture have a video button here. And so that I could click on this picture and have it turn into a pop-up video where I could get to know John better and get to know his practice areas right off the bat, so I would know if his website is for me, because motivation is a little bit vague, and it's hard to tell whether or not, is my motivation issue the same issues that he would be able to speak to. Book appointment, so call to action right here, as well as a Facebook like. This is uh, good, but at the same time, I have a lot of pages I've already liked on Facebook, and so I feel a little bit like, do I want to like another page? Being able to see his posts is a great step in that direction, because again, we're building trust. And so to see, like, is he going to be posting spammy stuff, or maybe I don't like fluffy coaching, so is he doing like a lot of feel good fluffy type things, which we can see he's not. Um, so the book appointment as well is great, but I don't really know him yet, so uh, again, I think we need a little bit more work to be done there before I would book an appointment with him. Um, my other comment about the homepage is that it's a wall of text. So I see a lot of good things here. So to kind of, um, get me into the mindset of, okay, maybe I want a life coach, and then life coaching, properly conceived, changes lives, is a really good way to make me feel like, okay, yeah, like, so this is something that is a good idea. Having a statistic there would be even better. Just it would make that even stronger. But it does speak well to somebody who's hesitant. But being a wall of text, I had to kind of skim through in order to find that call out, and it's hidden. So um, even this header could be stronger. Instead of a welcome header, it could say something like, um, uh, you know, you no longer have to try to build your habits or change your habits by yourself. Essentially stating, by working now with John, uh, you have somebody who can help deal with some of the issues that you feel like you're dealing with. That's up to John to come up with the proper language for that, because he knows his practice areas better than I do. I am the website designer and coach for businesses, so not my practice area. So coming to the about page, this is really necessary, and it's great that he has an about page. I want to know who he is and um, why I should be working with him. Again, selling trust as a coach. Um, I think that the about John here, so it says about up here, so I know what page I'm on. This could say something like, I have been where you are, to drive home the fact that this guy gets me and he won't judge me and he can help me. But I do expect it to be a page about him. So to say I've been where you are, it reminds me that he's thinking about me by making this page, but it still also reminds me that this page is about him. Okay, so again, a wall of text. This is, okay, so a quote, yay, but that could be bigger, that could be centered. It's nice that it's italicized, so at least it pops out. Same with this, glad to see it's bold. This bold line here would be perfect for the header that I was just talking about. So instead of saying about John, they could say John understands how to make the impossible a reality in life. I would love a you statement somewhere in here. So John understands how to make the impossible a reality for you. Or I understand how to make the impossible a reality for you, to make it even more personal, because again, the trust factor. Finally, we have some bullets, which is great, but they're way at the bottom and the rest of the text is just block after block. So I think, John, you could do some work towards pulling out the most important parts here and using headers, bullets, and icons. Icons would be great to kind of break it up and make it more legible and get that information that I need to have in order to not bounce away from this page right away. Get that information in my head instantly, because we scan. You've got about 2 seconds for somebody to want to stay on your page. Okay, so coaching. I do want to caution using this yellow for your header before we move forward. Yellow can be hard for people who are colorblind. So maybe having it turn a different, like a gray blue instead. To me, a designer, I happen to see full spectrum color, and I'm maybe only 1 in 10% of the population who can see full spectrum color. And so yellow is abrasive actually to my eyes. And it is abrasive to others as well. I get yellow can be good because it's a sunny personality thing. It makes me feel happy, but I think that there's too many challenges to your potential visitors. So maybe reconsider the yellow. Maybe make it darker if you really like the yellow. Okay, so anyway, coaching. Again, this header, we're losing opportunities by having a header that is redundant. And really, this header could say something like, I can teach you the 3 steps towards building successful habits, or towards motivating outside of your comfort zone, or the 3 successful ways to get out of bed in the morning, or something, So again, that language is up to you, John, because you know your practice areas best. But this is a lost opportunity, and you can nail it to the wall by having something stronger there. Again, a picture of you, fantastic. We're in the business of selling trust for you, so that's good. Unfortunately, we have another wall of text. I think that these practice areas could really be larger and more prominent. Above the whole fold would be great. So having maybe a couple sentences here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 just along the bottom here, so that I don't have to scroll to see your practice areas and I immediately know if you're for me. That would make this page a lot stronger. Again, break up that text, get that information out there faster so that I know for sure if I should be staying here, if I'm going to bounce to a different website. So something that I'm thinking is that coaching, services, and Q&A could probably be all on the same page if we broke it up correctly, because here we have services, but on the last page we have those practice areas and they're kind of overlapping, but I don't know. So maybe consider finding a way to put these 3, I guess it's really 2 areas. No, there's 3: individual, group, and training. Yeah, we could have that be on the coaching page in 3 columns. There's not a whole lot of text here. The training, there's more text, but I think that you could have them in 3 columns and have them be a more prominent part of the page. to get more information out there faster and have it be a little bit more logical. This is really a good thing that could be on that coaching page. This is also great. So keeping those, I think, would be really good. If you're going to keep the pages separate, there's no picture of you here. And again, we're in the business of selling trust, so I would put a picture on this page if you're going to keep this page separate. Q&A. Okay, so kind of a wall of text again. If it's separate, it's a little bit okay. These could be bigger. This header doesn't even need to be here. It could be something else, like if these don't answer your questions, feel free to contact me. So then you have another call to action. So using this opportunity to be less redundant, I think, would be good. If you want to keep these, but incorporate them onto the coaching page, you could put them in an accordion. And a lot of us are used to seeing FAQ and Q&A type items in an accordion style somewhere on a website, because we expect these to be blocks of text. But by putting them in an accordion, you compact them and make them feel a little less just like overwhelming. I'm appreciating the book appointment, and the Facebook like is on all these pages in the sidebar. I think that's good. I don't know about having a sidebar on a home page like you have it, although I guess it's below the header, so it's not too bad. But the rest of the pages, it's nice having that sidebar to break up that block of text again, and to keep me thinking about engaging with you. So this page, so I don't know where this is coming from here. This doesn't look like it belongs. And then you have 3 blog posts. So with a blog, if I see a website that doesn't have regular posting and recent posting, I start to feel like the website is dead, and Google thinks that too. It's not just blog posting. Google comes back to a website over and over based on how often it sees something has changed. So if you're changing your website weekly by adding a blog post, then Google's going to come back weekly and crawl your site, and it's going to know that it's a live and active website, and thus it will feel just fine by suggesting your website to its searchers. If you don't change anything on your website for a long time, Google says, this website must be dead. It takes a little while to get to that point, but the bots come back less and less frequently, and finally they just stop coming back. And so then Google says, if this website's dead, I don't want to send anybody to it. So then you have a problem with traffic coming from Google, and that's a whole nother issue that we don't want to deal with. It's so easily fixed by regularly blog posting. And with a life coach, you could easily be doing regular blog posts or case studies, making me feel like you really know what you're talking about. And by doing case studies, you'll be telling me, okay, you are doing active coaching, you are being hired by other people, and so that further vets you and makes me feel like you're an authority. Recent posts is great. I feel like this layout is a box and a box and a box and a box and a box. So that's a thought. The book appointment is very soft compared to the rest of this page. So I would love to see this be a square to match, or have other items that are softer. That's pretty much it for this. I just don't know where this bit of text here is coming from. So it doesn't seem to belong. This looks like a blog overview page. Testimonials. So testimonials are great. I think that this is really strong. I am confused by having the picture on this side. So put this picture over here. Not sure you need to say testimonials again. Not sure that you could really do anything else here. You might be able to use the header and say, I work with great people, or we have had great experiences together, and then maybe even have a call to action, say, book with me to have that experience too. What I just said is kind of weak language, so you would work on that language. But you could certainly turn this into a call to action. Otherwise, get rid of it because it's redundant. Building trust. Your image is suddenly on the right side. Put it on the left side, like it's on every single other page. It builds trust, and plus, it's a picture next to a Facebook thing, which has pictures and text, and it's a lot to have two visual things right next to each other. Otherwise, great, good testimonials. I wish I had seen them on the other pages of your site. Submit testimonial doesn't need to be here. This is a call to action for, if I'm looking at the testimonials page, I'm not looking for a chance to submit testimonials. I'm looking for a chance to see if you're really the person I want to work with. So I've probably not worked with you before. So having a form here doesn't make sense. It's the wrong call to action. And I understand that you might be wanting to make it easier for your clients to submit a testimonial, but they can just do that in an email to you. You can send out a request with a form that is a Word document, and they can fill it out. You can do that on a more personal level, and you should be doing it on a personal level. This is a little bit of a cold way to get a testimonial quote from your clients. I think you could achieve the same goal of them seeing the other testimonial quotes by just putting the link to your testimonials page in your request, because people do like to see examples, and take this form off. This page will be stronger without it. Have a call to action up here saying, like, these guys had a great experience. You can have a great experience too. I can turn your life around. I can help you get motivated, and then book appointment. Something like that. I think you can make that stronger. Okay, contact us. Okay, big red flag. This whole website has been about one person, and now I'm looking at a contact us. Who's the us? So let's do contact or contact John. Contact John would be really strong. In fact, it would make me feel like I'm getting to the person that I want to get to, because this really is me wanting to work with somebody else, right? So yeah, let's change that language to contact John. That should change this as well automatically. I believe that they're automatically generating here. Fill out the form below. Boring. Sorry to say it. It's boring, and it doesn't inspire me to do so. What's going to happen when I fill out the form? Where does it go? What's going to happen next? How soon are you going to get back to me? What's my motivation for filling out this form? So is it going to book me an appointment? Because you have this over here. So is it going to do the same thing as this button? Is it going to just get my questions answered? Is it going to, I don't know, is it going to go into a black hole? What is the point of the form? Make that clear, and make clear what will happen after I fill it out. So why am I filling it out, and what's going to happen next? I think saying I will get back to you within 48 hours or 24 hours if you like to have a much better turnaround time, or within 2 business days, something like that would be great. Contact info is, again, a little bit cold. You could say my contact info, and because this is a header in this case on the sidebar here, this is really a header title to your contact information. You don't need the period. So remove the period, and add my in front of this, my contact info. All right, that's pretty much it. The rest of it is fine. You've got the design by here. It's not linked, which is a loss to them. Copyright here, 2015, 2016. You honestly don't need the 2015 here. And in fact, eventually, right now it kind of hurts you, like, oh, you've been only in business for a year, or the website has only been designed for a year. I think you could just have copyright 2016. Maybe in 20 years, copyright 2015 through 2025 or something, 2035, that would be nice, but it's unnecessary to have the start year, and it hurts you more than it helps you. So that's what I have to say about what you're working with right now. There's certainly some other design factors that you could do as well, but really the issue with the site is your lack of calls to action and a lot of walls of text. And so if you organize the text in a way that's more legible, that will help people stay on your site. Having calls to action will really help people know to engage with you and know how to engage with you. And then I think eventually, if we put a video here and a form here, that'll get people feeling a little bit more motivated for, to be punny, to engage with you. All right, I hope this was helpful. Best of luck with the changes. And of course, we're always available to help you out with them if you need us. That's greencupdesign.com. And I'm Veronica. Have a great day.